On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Logical.
Characterized by clear and sound reasoning, following a rational and systematic approach, based on or in accordance with logic or reason.
Examples:
Logical conclusion. Logical reasoning. The mathematical equation had a logical solution that was easy to follow.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
Convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Notoriety.
The state of being widely known, especially for something negative or notorious, a negative reputation or fame.
Examples:
Violent notoriety. Achieve notoriety. The famous gangster's notoriety grew with each daring heist and narrow escape.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
Pornography addiction. Violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Comic.
Funny and making you laugh.
Examples:
Comic books. A comic hat. The novel is comic and tragic.
Concerned.
Feeling worry or interest about something, showing interest or attention.
Examples:
Persons concerned. Concerned citizen. I am concerned about the safety of the children playing in the park. Context. The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Premise.
A statement or proposition that is held to be true or from which a conclusion can be drawn.
Examples:
The major premise. Make a premise. The book's premise is that the main character must save the world from an impending disaster.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Fairly.
To a certain extent or degree, without favoring one party in an even-handed manner.
Examples:
Fairly accurate. Have a fairly clear view. He deals fairly with his employees.
Serene.
Calm, peaceful, and untroubled, free from disturbances or worries.
Examples:
Serene landscape. A serene atmosphere. The serene sunset over the ocean was a peaceful sight to behold.
Downtown.
In or towards the central area of a town or city.
Examples:
Downtown building. Downtown traffic. He decided to take a walk downtown area to explore the city.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Garage.
A building or part of a building used to store a vehicle or vehicles, typically a car.
Examples:
Electrical garage door. Garage repair. He parked his car in the private garage.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Avenue.
A wide road in a town or city, especially with trees or tall buildings on both sides, a line of approach.
Examples:
An avenue of poplars. An avenue to success. They explored every avenue they could think of.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud, wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
Adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Upstage.
To distract attention from someone or something else, often intentionally. To move upstage in a theater, away from the audience, thus taking a more prominent position on the stage. Adverb, at or toward the rear of the stage.
Examples:
Upstage a co-star. Move upstage. The musician's incredible solo momentarily upstaged the lead singer.
Accommodation.
A place to live, work, or stay, particularly for a temporary or short-term period. Adjustment or adaptation to meet various needs or circumstances.
Examples:
Temporary accommodation. For your accommodation. The hotel offers comfortable accommodations for both business and leisure travelers.
Inclusive.
Including much or everything, and especially including stated limits, not excluding any of the people, things, ideas, etc. involved in something.
Examples:
A fully inclusive price. Inclusive education. The university has established a capacity for each nationality as part of its inclusive policy.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Cardboard.
A stiff, thick material made from compressed paper pulp used to make boxes and other packaging materials.
Examples:
Cardboard box. Cardboard cutout. I made a cardboard box to store my winter clothes in.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
Exit from a loop. Positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks, a financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
Landscape architect. Architect of the peace accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Preliminary.
Serving as a preparation for something more important or extensive, introductory, taking place before the main event or decision.
Examples:
Preliminary investigation. Preliminary agreement. Before starting the project, we need to go through some preliminary research and planning.
Slice.
A flat, often thin, piece of bread, meat, cheese, etc., that has been cut from a larger piece, a wound made by cutting.
Examples:
A slice of the company's revenue. Slice a tomato thin. The children complained because one slice of cake was slightly larger than the other.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources, such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
Tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, we must tap new human resources.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Accidental.
Happening or existing by chance or unintentionally.
Examples:
Accidental death. Cover accidental damage. This system prevents accidental deletion of data.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Mad.
Insane, especially due to a mental illness, very angry.
Examples:
A mad person. Gets mad easily. He was mad with joy to see the results.
Postmodern.
Relating to a style or movement in art, architecture, and criticism that reacts against earlier modernist principles and seeks to break down boundaries between high and low culture.
Examples:
Postmodern art. Postmodern society. The postmodern building was designed with unconventional shapes and colors.
Translate.
To convert or change words into another language.
Examples:
Translate a document into English. Translate the emotion to a movement. Translate the text from Italian into English.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Architectural.
Of or relating to the design and construction of buildings and other structures and the features and style of such structures.
Examples:
Study architectural engineering. Beautiful architectural landmarks. The architectural style of the building was a mix of modern and traditional.
Intuitive.
Obtained through feelings rather than facts or proof.
Examples:
Intuitive eating. Intuitive judgment. I had an intuitive feeling that I might be pregnant.
Proposal.
A formal suggestion or offer, sometimes a written one.
Examples:
An innovative proposal. Details of his proposal. Our skeleton outline of the proposal met with much opposition. Contract. A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
Employment contract. Contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Sake.
Purpose, reason for wanting something done.
Examples:
For your own sake. For the sake of argument. He got a new job for the sake of his family.
Sketch.
A simple, quickly made picture that does not have many details, a short descriptive summary of something.
Examples:
A penciled sketch. First design sketches. Yesterday, I created a rough sketch of the plan.
Napkin.
A small piece of cloth or paper used for wiping one's mouth and hands while eating. A decorative cloth placed on a table for formal occasions.
Examples:
Paper napkin. Linen napkin. I always keep a stack of napkins on my desk while I eat to prevent any messes.
Drawing.
The act of making a picture with a pencil, pen, or other instruments on paper, cardboard, or other material.
Examples:
Technical drawing. Drawing for design. She is talented at drawing and has won several awards for her artwork.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Zigzag.
Having short, sharp turns or angles.
Examples:
Zigzag sewing machine. A zigzag line. We had to go through a zigzag course.
Dialogue.
A conversation in a book, play, or film.
Examples:
Platonic dialogues. The form of a dialogue. He recorded the dialogue at the time of the incident.
Wander.
To walk around slowly or to a place, often without any clear purpose or direction.
Examples:
Wander alone in a strange country. Wander far from home. I often wander around the park for half an hour.
Craft.
An activity that requires a particular skill in making things with one's hands.
Examples:
Craft arts of Japan. Craft manufacture. His hometown was where he first acquired the craft of wood carving.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Carve.
To create something by cutting wood or stone, to turn sharply.
Examples:
Carve a statue. Carve my name on the plate. This statue is carved from a single tree trunk.
Foam.
A mass of small air bubbles formed on the surface of a liquid, a substance that forms a lather when mixed with water.
Examples:
The foam on a beer. Plastics foam material. The waves crashed against the rocks, creating white foam.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
Scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Jay.
A type of bird that belongs to the crow family and is known for its brightly colored feathers and loud, raucous call.
Examples:
Jay feather. Blue jay. I often hear a jay's loud and distinctive call while hiking in the woods.
Headquarter.
The central office or location from which a business or organization is managed.
Examples:
Administrative headquarter. An emergency headquarter. The company decided to move its headquarters to New York City.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Clue.
An object, a piece of evidence, or some information that helps someone to find the answer to a problem, question, or mystery.
Examples:
A clue about the crime. A clue to the diagnosis. The police couldn't find a clue to her whereabouts.
Temporary.
Not lasting or be used for a very long.
Examples:
A temporary permit. Temporary housing. He managed to get temporary jobs during the recession.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Drag.
To pull or haul with force.
Examples:
Drag a chair over. Drag a team down. He dragged the heavy suitcase behind him as he walked.
Hometown.
The town or city where one was born or grew up.
Examples:
Hometown celebrity. Hometown memory. I always look forward to going back to my hometown during the holidays.
Carp.
A type of freshwater fish found in many parts of the world, typically with a scaleless body, barbels around the mouth, and erect fins. Verb, to complain or find fault with something repeatedly.
Examples:
Carp fishing. Carp at the issue. The fisherman showed off his biggest carp catch of the day.
Bathtub.
A large container, typically made of porcelain or acrylic, for holding water in which a person can bathe.
Examples:
Bathtub curve. Bathtub drain. I filled the bathtub with hot water and a bubble bath for a relaxing soak.
Interior.
The inside or inner part of something, the space within the walls of a building.
Examples:
Interior decoration. Plenty of interior space. The painter focused on the moody interiors of abandoned buildings in his work.
Pedestal.
A base or support on which something, typically a statue, column, etc., is placed.
Examples:
Pedestal sink. A stone pedestal. The statue was placed on a pedestal in the center of the park.
Sculpture.
The art of creating three-dimensional objects or forms, typically by carving, modeling, or casting in a variety of materials such as stone, wood, metal, or clay.
Examples:
Create sculpture. Abstract sculpture. The ancient Greek sculptures are known for their realism and attention to detail.
Imagery.
The use of words or pictures in books, photographs, paintings, etc., that produces pictures in the minds of people, the ability to form mental images of things or events.
Examples:
Visual imagery. Satellite imagery. This movie is famous for its romantic imagery.
Assistant.
Someone who helps or supports someone else to do a job.
Examples:
An unwilling assistant. Assistant professor. An executive assistant director administers each branch.
Souvenir.
An object, often a small item, that is kept as a reminder or memento of a person, place, or event, a keepsake.
Examples:
City souvenir. Souvenir shop. I bought my sister a miniature Eiffel Tower souvenir when I visited Paris.
Salesperson.
A person whose job is to sell goods in a shop or directly to customers.
Examples:
A salesperson in a store. A drapery salesperson. He received the title of the best salesperson in all our branches worldwide.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Blade.
The flat part of a knife, weapon, or machine with a very thin edge used for cutting.
Examples:
A blade of grass. The blade of a turbine. The blade of the katana itself is still in excellent condition.
Canal.
A long and narrow strip of water made artificially either for boats and ships to travel along or for irrigation.
Examples:
An ear canal. An irrigation canal. Our container ship went through the Panama Canal.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Fencing.
The art or practice of fighting with swords, especially with foils, épées, or sabers, according to certain rules.
Examples:
Fencing equipment. Fencing club. He practiced his fencing techniques with a partner.
Quantity.
The amount or number of something, magnitude.
Examples:
Half quantity. Residual quantity. In southward, the average annual water quantity increases.
Absorb.
To take in a fluid or other substance gradually.
Examples:
Absorb energy. Absorb a shock. The sponge absorbs water well.
Denial.
A statement that something is not true or does not exist.
Examples:
State of denial. An absolute denial. She gave us a categorical denial of the scandal.
Fascinate.
To attract and hold the attention of someone deeply and irresistibly.
Examples:
Fascinate the public. Fascinate the young. The magic tricks fascinated the children.
Forgiveness.
The act of stopping feeling angry or resentful towards someone for a mistake or offense with compassion.
Examples:
Forgiveness of liabilities. Beg for forgiveness. He gained debt forgiveness.
Homage.
A show of respect or honor, often by performing an act of reverence or by paying tribute.
Examples:
Paying homage to tradition. Vassal homage. The crowd gave a standing ovation as a sign of homage to the retiring athlete.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Compose.
To write music, poetry, or formal writing, to constitute or make up a whole, or a specified part of it.
Examples:
Compose an essay. Compose my thoughts. The structure is composed of 3 main components.
Binocular.
Often used in plural form, a device or instrument designed for use with both eyes simultaneously, enabling a viewer to see objects in a 3-dimensional perspective and with greater depth perception. Adjective, relating to or involving both eyes, especially when viewing through a device such as a pair of binoculars, involving or requiring the use of both eyes.
Examples:
Binoculars for birdwatching. Powerful binoculars. The stargazing enthusiasts used their high-powered binoculars to study the constellations in the night sky.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Ante.
A mandatory bet or contribution made by all players in a game of cards or gambling as a prerequisite for participation, any initial or essential action or investment required for a particular endeavor.
Examples:
Up the ante. Penny ante trade. We need to raise the ante to win this poker game.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Metal.
A solid material that is typically hard, shiny, malleable, fusible, and ductile, with good electrical and thermal conductivity, and often used as a structural material, a conductor of heat or electricity, or for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Metal fabrication. Precious metal. The construction worker used a metal saw to cut through the stubborn sheet metal.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
Rough and tough. Rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Carpenter.
A woodworker whose job is to make or repair wooden objects.
Examples:
A short carpenter nail. An apprentice carpenter. Carpenter bees are boring holes into the wall.
Frustration.
The feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustration level. Express frustration. He felt a deep frustration as he realized the project would not be completed on time.
Jasper.
A dense, opaque variety of quartz that is typically red, brown, or yellow in color and often used as a gemstone or in decorative objects.
Examples:
Jasper gemstone. Jasper bracelet. She adorned her necklace with a beautiful jasper pendant.
Junk.
Discarded or unused material or objects, often considered worthless or of little value, also used to describe cheap or poorly made items or food that is high in calories but lacking in nutrition.
Examples:
Junk mail. Hunk of junk. I need to clear out some of the junk in my garage.
Metalwork.
The art or craft of working with metals, particularly in a decorative or functional context. Objects produced through metalworking techniques.
Examples:
Ornamental metalwork. Custom metalwork. The artist's metalwork sculptures were on display at the museum.
Duct.
A tube, pipe, or channel for conveying air, water, or other substances.
Examples:
Breast duct. Duct tape. The air ducts in the building needed to be cleaned to improve the air quality.
Ceiling.
A room's top interior surface.
Examples:
Ceiling board. Ceiling light. There was a crack in the ceiling that I found.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Exhibit.
To show something in public for people to enjoy or to provide them with information.
Examples:
Exhibit a bad attitude. Exhibit a great talent. Other technology industries exhibit similarly explosive growth.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples:
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands.
Craftsman.
A skilled worker who creates handmade objects, especially one who works with wood, metal, or other materials.
Examples:
Craftsman skill. A subtle craftsman. The adept craftsman carefully carved the wooden figurine with precision and skill.
Realization.
The act or process of understanding or becoming aware of something. The act of achieving or completing something that was planned or desired. The act of making something real or tangible.
Examples:
Realization of a concept. Harsh realization. Her sudden realization of her mistake caused her great regret.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Miller.
A person who operates a mill equals a plant consisting of one or more buildings with facilities for manufacturing, especially a grain mill.
Examples:
Miller flour, watermiller. The miller's work was a vital component of the local economy, providing flour to the bakeries and farmers in the area.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity, complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education, Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Trite.
Lacking originality or freshness, overused, common, or cliched, lacking in depth or significance due to being overly familiar or predictable.
Examples:
Trite joke, trite melody. The speaker's speech was full of trite phrases and platitudes.
Cafeteria.
A restaurant where customers serve themselves from a counter and pay for what they have taken, often found in factories, colleges, hospitals, etc.
Examples:
Cafeteria lunch, office cafeteria. The university's cafeteria was busy with students and staff grabbing a quick lunch.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Nowhere.
Not in, at, or to any place, not anywhere.
Examples:
Nowhere else to go. Come out of nowhere. I've been thinking all day and getting nowhere.
Copper.
A chemical element that is a soft, malleable, and ductile metal with very high thermal and electrical conductivity.
Examples:
Copper alloy, copper belt. He made the old copper coins shine.
Galvanize.
To stimulate or shock someone into taking action. To cover metal containing zinc to protect it from rust.
Examples:
Galvanize steel. Galvanize the country. The motivational speech galvanized the team and gave them the drive to succeed.
Gauge.
An instrument for measuring and displaying the amount, level, or contents of something. Verb, to judge tentatively or form an estimate of something.
Examples:
pressure gauge. Take the gauge of a situation. We use various precision gauges in the manufacturing process of machinery.
Buckle.
To bend out of shape, as under pressure or from heat. Noun, a device used for fastening two loose ends of a belt or strap.
Examples:
buckle down to study. Buckle shoe. The severe heat wave buckled railway tracks.
Undo.
To reverse the effect of an action or event, typically one that is recent or specific.
Examples:
undo changes. Undo a belt. I accidentally deleted the file, so can you undo that action?
Aesthetic.
Connected with the enjoyment or study of beauty.
Examples:
aesthetic value. Aesthetic feeling. My aesthetic standards are quite different from hers.
Panel.
A square or rectangular and flat piece of something that forms a distinct section or component of something, a small group of specialists who discuss particular topics or give their advice or opinion about something.
Examples:
panel discussion. Cost of solar panels. A panel of economic advisors from the United States visited the country to help rebuild its economy.
Sloppy.
Characterized by a lack of order or neatness, careless, disorganized, or careless in appearance or performance.
Examples:
sloppy writing. Sloppy appearance. She looked sloppy in her wrinkled shirt and mismatched socks.
Fuzzy.
Having a soft and indistinct outline or covered with fine, soft, and hair-like fibers.
Examples:
fuzzy logic. Fuzzy memory. The picture was fuzzy because it was taken with an old camera.
Ramp.
A sloping surface connecting two levels or inclines, typically used for the movement of people, vehicles, or goods.
Examples:
the ramp of a chasm. An exit ramp. The wheelchair user needed a ramp to access the building's entrance.
Dome.
A rounded vault forming the roof of a building or structure, typically with a circular base.
Examples:
snow dome. Dome structure. The cathedral dome soared high above, its stained glass windows casting colorful light on the altar below.
Instrumental.
Of, relating to, or performed on musical instruments, useful or important in achieving a purpose.
Examples:
instrumental in solving the crime. Instrumental music. The instrumental role of technology in modern society cannot be overstated. Award. A prize or other mark of recognition given in honor of an achievement.
Examples:
Award ceremony. Participation award. He won the award for Best Actor at the film festival.
Cameo.
A small, raised, typically oval, carving or portrait, usually made of a contrasting material, such as shell or stone, and often set in a larger piece of jewelry or decorative item, a brief appearance or performance by a well-known person in a film, play, or other medium.
Examples:
Antique cameo. Cameo appearance. The actress wore a stunning cameo pendant around her neck.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Guardrail.
A sturdy metal or wooden railing or barrier placed beside a road, bridge, or other dangerous areas to prevent vehicles or people from going over the edge, a protective barrier or railing used to prevent falls or accidents.
Examples:
Guardrail installation. Damaged guardrail. The guardrail along the highway prevents vehicles from going off the road's edge.
Billboard.
A large outdoor sign or display that is used for advertising, marketing, or public information, typically located along highways or main roads.
Examples:
Billboard advertising. Digital billboard. The new billboard on the highway promotes a popular vacation destination.
Goliath.
A biblical figure and legendary giant warrior whom the young shepherd David defeated, a symbol of great strength or size.
Examples:
Automotive Goliath. Goliath bird-eating spider. The young entrepreneur took down the Goliath Corporation with her innovative idea.
Prominent.
Important, well-known, or noticeable.
Examples:
Prominent figure. Play a prominent role. The media frequently interviewed prominent scientists.
Freeway.
A major highway designed for high-speed traffic, with no stoplights or grade crossings, and having interchanges or access roads to other highways.
Examples:
Freeway exit. Expanded freeway. We got stuck in a traffic jam on the freeway for over an hour.
Cornice.
A decorative, horizontal molding that crowns a building or furniture, a ledge or shelf along the top of a wall.
Examples:
Cornice molding. Exterior cornice. The cornice of the old building added to its architectural charm.
Exuberant.
Full of energy, enthusiasm, or excitement, lively, animated, or unrestrained in behavior or expression, characterized by abundant growth or profuse production.
Examples:
Exuberant performance. Exuberant personality. The young couple's exuberant energy was infectious, and everyone around them was smiling.
Redo.
To do again, usually to correct or improve upon a previous attempt, to renovate or redesign something to make it better or more suitable.
Examples:
Redo a kitchen. Redo a project. I had to redo my entire presentation because the formatting was off.
Proportion.
A part, share, or amount of something considered in comparative relation to a whole.
Examples:
Direct proportion. A building of vast proportions. He is more concerned about the proportion of his body fat than usual because of an upcoming bodybuilding competition.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Strict.
Strongly limiting someone's freedom, allowing no deviation from a standard, rule, belief, etc.
Examples:
Strict compliance regime. In strict secrecy. Too strict a regulation for the private sector will stifle innovation.
Guideline.
A general rule or principle that provides guidance to appropriate behavior, a piece of advice or instructions that tell you how something should be done or what something should be.
Examples:
An education guideline. Guideline for clinical trial. This book will be a practical guideline when coding.
Normally.
Usually, under normal conditions. Complete normally. Not normally drink much. I don't normally take a vacation in the middle of summer.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples:
A hand-loomed fabric. Fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Festival.
A celebration or event, usually marking a particular religious or cultural occasion, often involving processions, music, dancing, and the performance of plays or other artistic works.
Examples:
Festival attendee. International Film Festival. The music festival attracts visitors from all over the world.
Laser.
A device that emits powerful and narrow light that can be used as a tool to cut metal through a process of optical amplification.
Examples:
Laser printer. Pulse laser. The company holds patents on core components of laser jet printers.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident. Anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Abstract.
Based on general ideas, feelings, or qualities and not on any of physical or concrete existence.
Examples:
An abstract noun. Abstract science. The invention of the camera triggered the development of abstract painting.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Coincidence.
An occasion when two or more similar things happen at the same time by chance, in a surprising way.
Examples:
The coincidence of an opinion. By a strange coincidence. It was a pure coincidence that we met her in the library.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
Learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
Equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Solid.
Hard or firm, characterized by good substantial quality.
Examples:
Solid ally. Solid employment measures. The solid state of water is called ice.
Chase.
To pursue something or someone, to catch or capture them. To go after something vigorously or with determination. Noun, a pursuit or a hunt, a narrow groove or channel cut into a surface, often used for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Chase a dream. Wild goose chase. The police officer chased the suspect through the crowded streets until they finally caught him.
Canyon.
A large deep valley with very steep sides of rock and usually formed by a river.
Examples:
Twisty canyon road. Canyon of skyscrapers. The Grand Canyon has an awe-inspiring sight.
Seize.
To catch or take hold of someone or something suddenly and forcibly, to capture the attention or imagination of something.
Examples:
Seize a person's property. Seize the day. He has the superpower to seize a business opportunity.
Protruding.
Sticking out or projecting from a surface, extending beyond a boundary or limit.
Examples:
Protruding object. Protruding tongue. The construction worker wore a hard hat to protect his head from protruding beams or wires.
Vent.
A small opening to escape or release gas, air, liquid, etc., activity or process that frees or expresses strong creative energy or emotion.
Examples:
Volcanic vent. Vent tube. He gave vent to his anger by playing the guitar.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
The stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Workmanship.
The quality or skill with which something, especially a crafted item or construction, has been made or done, the level of artistry and craftsmanship displayed in a particular piece of work.
Examples:
The painting's workmanship. High workmanship standards. The intricate details and flawless craftsmanship in the furniture demonstrate exquisite workmanship.
Defensive.
Used or intended to protect someone or something against attack or aggression.
Examples:
Assume the defensive. Defensive weapons. Boxing fans often criticize his defensive stance.
Cheaply.
In a stingy or inexpensive manner.
Examples:
Cheaply available. Buy stock cheaply. You can live very cheaply in Southeast Asia.
Downstairs.
On or to a lower or ground floor of a building.
Examples:
Creep downstairs. Escort him downstairs. Please get the desk downstairs.
Schizophrenia.
A severe mental disorder in which a person has a distorted view of reality and may experience hallucinations, delusions, and disordered thinking and behavior.
Examples:
Schizophrenia spectrum disorder. Schizophrenia treatment. The schizophrenia patient was experiencing severe auditory hallucinations.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples:
Adolescent girl. Pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Dilemma.
A situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more options, especially that are equally unfavorable ones.
Examples:
Chicken and egg dilemma. Be in a dilemma. The choice between bureaucracy and adhocracy represents a common dilemma.
Recommend.
To suggest that someone or something would be a suitable fit for a particular purpose or role.
Examples:
Recommend a hospitalization. Recommend reading. We recommend taking media training every 6 months.
Estate.
A large piece of land with an impressive house on it, often owned by a wealthy family, all of a person's possessions and assets at the time of their death, an area of land considered as a unit in terms of ownership, use, or taxation.
Examples:
Estate agent. Real estate transaction. The wealthy businessman left his entire estate to his children when he died.
Subdivision.
A smaller part of something that is divided into such parts.
Examples:
An administrative subdivision. Subdivision of cells. The city is divided into several smaller subdivisions.
Collector.
A person who collects or gathers objects as a hobby or for personal interest, someone who accumulates or acquires a specific type of item.
Examples:
Art collector. Coin collector. My grandfather is an avid stamp collector, and he has a collection of rare stamps from all over the world.
Sculptural.
Relating to or resembling sculpture, equals a three-dimensional work of art, having a three-dimensional quality or appearance.
Examples:
Sculptural masterpiece. Sculptural design. The sculptural details on the building's facade were simply stunning.
Lumber.
Wood that has been sawn or cut into planks, boards, or other structural shapes for use in construction, the act of moving heavily or clumsily.
Examples:
Lumber industry. Rough lumber. The lumber yard had a wide selection of wood for building and construction.
Chapel.
A place of worship, especially a nonconformist or dissenting place of worship.
Examples:
A chapel royal. Chapel bell. The spacious chapel was a peaceful sanctuary for the couple to exchange their vows.
Mall.
A large, enclosed shopping center that typically contains many stores, restaurants, and other businesses.
Examples:
Largest electronic mall. Mall crawler. Many people go to the shopping mall to socialize and spend time with friends.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Railroad.
Metal tracks laid with rails on which trains run, a system of tracks with the trains operated by an organization.
Examples:
Coast-to-coast railroad. Railroad industry. The town was founded in the 19th century as a stop on the railroad, and it grew rapidly as a result.
Courthouse.
A building where courts of law are held, or administrative offices for legal proceedings are located.
Examples:
Courthouse security. Municipal courthouse. The verdict was announced at the courthouse after a long trial.
Axis.
A real or imaginary straight line through a body or figure around which the object turns, a group of countries in special alliance.
Examples:
vertical axis, a coordinate axis. The Earth's axis of rotation is tilted 66.5 degrees to the ecliptic plane.
Corporate.
Of or relating to a large company.
Examples:
corporate right, corporate environment. The corporate office has decided to lay off 10% of the workforce.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples:
insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Fasten.
To secure or attach something firmly or tightly, to make something stay in place or become immovable.
Examples:
fasten the zip. Fasten a button. Please fasten your seatbelt before the plane takes off.
Fancy.
To want to do or have something, noun, something that many people believe but that is false, or that does not exist, imagination or fantasy.
Examples:
fancy a cup of coffee. A flight of fancy. I don't fancy acting in such an important role.
Automobile.
A road vehicle that has four wheels and is powered by an engine, used for transporting people or goods.
Examples:
driverless automobile. Automobile insurance. The automobile industry is a major contributor to air pollution in cities.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
a pet bird. A teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Peeve.
To annoy or irritate someone, to be a source of annoyance or irritation to someone. Noun, something that irritates or annoys you, a source of annoyance or irritation.
Examples:
personal peeve. Peeve me off when people talk loudly. Nothing peeves me more than being lied to.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Underway.
Having started and currently in progress.
Examples:
just getting underway. Campaign now underway. This project has been underway for several years.
High-rise.
Describing a tall building or structure that has many floors or levels above the ground, often used to describe residential or commercial buildings in urban areas with multiple stories.
Examples:
high-rise building, high-rise office. Living in a high-rise apartment offers spectacular views of the city.
Property.
A thing or things that belong to someone.
Examples:
a man of property. Chemical property. He stood to inherit $1 million property.
Pavilion.
A large, often ornate tent or booth, often used for entertainment or public events, a building or structure, often in a park or other public space, used for meetings, exhibitions, or social gatherings.
Examples:
garden pavilion, beach pavilion. The outdoor wedding reception was held in a beautiful pavilion overlooking the lake.
Courtyard.
An open space surrounded by buildings or walls, often in the center of a building or group of buildings.
Examples:
quiet courtyard, spacious courtyard. The hotel's beautiful courtyard was the perfect spot for a wedding reception.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Retain.
To keep or continue to possess or maintain something.
Examples:
retain information. Retain a lawyer. Computers help people retain specific memories.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Barge.
A large flat-bottomed boat with a wide, flat deck used for transporting goods on rivers and canals, which can be pushed or towed by a tugboat. Verb, to move forcefully or abruptly, often in a clumsy or rude manner.
Examples:
barge through the crowded hallway. Canal barge. The captain of the barge navigated through the narrow canal with ease.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
a peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Grove.
A small group of trees growing closely together.
Examples:
A bamboo grove. Citrus grove. They walked through the grove of trees and admired the natural beauty.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Marble.
A hard crystalline metamorphic rock that has a pattern of lines going through it and takes a high polish used for sculpture and as building material. A small ball made of stone, especially one used in children's games.
Examples:
Marble statues. Artificial marble. The floor was made of white and black marble arranged in a checkerboard pattern.
Stairway.
A set of stairs that connects 2 floors or levels of a building, often with a handrail or banister for safety.
Examples:
Stairway railing. Narrow stairway. The grand entrance hall had a magnificent marble stairway that curved gracefully upwards.
Foreground.
The part of a view, picture, etc. that is nearest to the viewer.
Examples:
Foreground segmentation. Foreground galaxy. A happy group of friends occupies the foreground of the picture.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Shallow.
Not having much distance from the top to the bottom.
Examples:
Shallow people. Shallow water. Shallow brooks are noisier than deep rivers.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Din.
A loud, confused noise, a loud, persistent racket.
Examples:
Din of traffic. Mighty din. The din of the city was overwhelming.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
cause an accident, injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
eventually become obsolete, eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into two or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
split a bill, split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Humane.
Having or showing compassion, kindness, and sympathy toward others, especially toward those who are suffering.
Examples:
humane treatment, humane society. We must ensure that all medical testing on animals is conducted in a humane way.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
hop on one foot, hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Picket.
A pointed wooden or metal stake driven into the ground used as a support or for marking an area or boundary. A group of people, typically strikers or protesters, stationed or moving around in front of a workplace, government building, or other location, to demonstrate opposition or to pick up supporters.
Examples:
picket sign, cross the picket line. The farmer built a picket fence around his garden to keep the animals out.
Fence.
A structure, usually made of wood or metal, that encloses an area, typically for protection or to keep animals or people in or out. A dealer in stolen property.
Examples:
fence post, a brushwood fence. She planted a hedge to serve as a natural fence around her garden.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
struggle against discrimination, struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
norm of action, cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
AI.
Abbreviation for artificial intelligence, the theory and development of computer systems capable of doing activities that would ordinarily need human intelligence, such as object recognition, speech recognition, decision-making, and language translation.
Examples:
AI expert. Apply AI technology to art. The evolution of processors has dramatically improved the performance of AI.
Pragmatic.
Practical rather than idealistic.
Examples:
Pragmatic approach. Pragmatic politics. He was a pragmatic leader who made decisions based on what was practical rather than ideal.
Slab.
A flat, rectangular piece of material, such as wood or concrete, often used to describe a large, heavy, or solid object or structure.
Examples:
A slab of chocolate. Marble slab. The construction workers poured a large slab of concrete for the foundation of the building.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples:
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Villa.
A large, luxurious country house in ancient Rome or a modern version of such a house.
Examples:
A villa by the seaside. An imperial villa. They rented a villa on the Italian coast for their summer vacation.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Seine.
A large fishing net that hangs vertically in the water with floats at the top and weights at the bottom used to enclose and catch fish.
Examples:
Haul a seine. Beach seine. The fishermen used a purse seine to catch fish in the river.
Minister.
A person appointed to or a job of a head of a government department.
Examples:
Minister for Education. Deputy Prime Minister. The minister occasionally preaches at this church.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods. Dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest.
Apartment.
A self-contained living unit within a larger building or complex, typically consisting of one or more rooms or an open space used for living, cooking, and sleeping.
Examples:
Rented apartment. Furnished apartment. I am seeking a spacious apartment with a balcony and a parking spot.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Screw.
To turn something, such as a bolt, with a driver or wrench to tighten or loosen it. Noun, a cylindrical rod with a helical ridge used to fasten things together.
Examples:
Screw the cap. A female screw. He had to screw the loose knob back onto the cabinet door.
Coup.
A sudden, violent, and illegal seizure of power from a government, an impressive or successful action or achievement.
Examples:
Coup plotters. Military coup. The Prime Minister was arrested and charged with treason after he was found to be involved in the coup.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Resolution.
A firm decision or determination to do or not do something. The action of solving a problem, dispute, or conflict. The quality of being resolved or determined. The clarity and sharpness of an image or display.
Examples:
Resolution of a conflict. Display resolution. He made a New Year's resolution to exercise more and eat healthier.
Elevator.
A mechanical device used for vertical transportation, typically in multi-story buildings, consisting of a compartmentalized platform that moves between floors.
Examples:
Elevator ride. Modern elevator. The hotel's elevator was out of order, so we had to take the stairs to our room on the 5th floor.
Frontal.
Relating to the front, situated at or directed towards the front. Frontal can also refer to a meteorological term for a weather system that is moving from west to east.
Examples:
Frontal assault. Frontal attack. He suffered a severe frontal collision in the car accident.
Parallel.
Being everywhere equidistant and not intersecting, of or relating to the simultaneous performance of multiple operations.
Examples:
A parallel case. Parallel processing. He walked a road parallel to the railroad.
Twist.
To bend or turn something into a certain shape.
Examples:
Twist around to the left. Twist a wet towel. He twisted pieces of rope out of straw.
Balcony.
A platform projecting from the wall of a building and surrounded by a railing, providing an outdoor space.
Examples:
Balcony view. Balcony seating. They enjoyed a romantic dinner on the balcony overlooking the city.
Ballerina.
A female ballet equals a type of performance dance that tells a dramatic story or expresses an idea with music but no talking or singing. Dancer.
Examples:
Classical ballerina. Famous ballerina. The ballerina's graceful movements were a joy to watch.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Foyer.
An entrance hall or lobby, usually located at the front of a building or before the main room or area, a space for people to gather or wait before an event.
Examples:
Hotel foyer. Grand foyer. The elegant chandelier in the foyer was the centerpiece of the grand entrance.
Limestone.
A sedimentary rock that is composed mainly of calcium carbonate, which is the mineral calcite.
Examples:
Sheer limestone cliffs. Limestone pavement. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built using blocks of limestone.
Mansard.
A type of roof with two slopes on each of its four sides, the lower slope being steeper and the upper slope being flatter, giving the roof a distinctive appearance.
Examples:
Mansard renovation. Historic mansard buildings. The historical building featured a distinctive mansard roof, adding charm to its architectural design.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples:
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Glutton.
A person who eats and drinks excessively.
Examples:
Glutton appetite. Glutton for work. He was called a glorified glutton because he always ate more food than anyone else at the table.
Punishment.
A penalty or consequence inflicted for wrongdoing or offense, a means of enforcing discipline or preventing further wrongdoing.
Examples:
Punishment for a crime. Humiliating punishment. The judge gave severe punishment to the criminal who committed the heinous crime.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Addict.
A person who cannot stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
A drug addict. Internet addict. We have become TV addicts due to video streaming services.
Euro.
The official currency of most European Union countries.
Examples:
The value of the euro. Euro crises. Some countries may leave the euro.
Mar.
To damage or spoil the appearance or surface of something.
Examples:
Mar a proper relationship. Mar the reputation. The scratches on the car marred its otherwise perfect appearance.
Productive.
Resulting in or making a lot or a significant amount of something, especially something of value.
Examples:
Low productive capacity. Productive meeting. The new employee proved extremely productive, completing projects ahead of schedule.
Kingdom.
The country ruled by a king or queen.
Examples:
Establish his kingdom. A subordinate kingdom. By remaining neutral, this kingdom continued to exist.
Rodeo.
A public exhibition of cowboy skills, particularly in North America, featuring events such as calf roping, steer wrestling, and bull riding.
Examples:
Rodeo bull, rodeo championship. The bull rider held on tightly during the rodeo event.
Dull.
Not interesting or exciting, not bright, vivid, or shiny, not active, brisk, or sharp.
Examples:
A dull pain, dull sight. The trade is dull right now due to the collapse of the prominent investment bank.
Grid.
A pattern of regularly spaced horizontal and vertical lines, a system of high-tension cables by which electrical power is distributed throughout a region.
Examples:
A grid design, a wire grid. Grid pattern roads often appear in urban areas.
Perpendicular.
Forming, situated at, or being at a right angle to a given line or plane, upright or vertical, at right angles to the horizon.
Examples:
Perpendicular angles, perpendicular walls. The two lines were perfectly perpendicular to each other.
Nick.
A small cut, notch, or indentation in a surface or an edge.
Examples:
A nick on the fender of a car. Nick on my hand. The interviewer arrived in a nick of time.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Urbanist.
A person who studies or is an expert in the design, planning, and development of urban areas, especially in improving the quality of life for the people who live and work there.
Examples:
Famous urbanist. Urbanist philosophy. The Transportation Board accepted the urbanist's proposal for a bus rapid transit system.
Accrue.
Of a benefit or sum of money, to increase or accumulate in number or amount over a period of time.
Examples:
Accrue to the general treasury. Benefits accrue to the community. 2% interest will accrue on your savings account.
Plaster.
A substance made of lime that becomes hard as it dries and is used for the protective or decorative coating of walls and ceilings, and for molding and casting decorative elements.
Examples:
Daub the ceiling with plaster. Cracks in the plaster. Patience is the plaster of all sores.
Zinc.
A metallic element that is found in small amounts in the Earth's crust and is used in the manufacture of brass and alloys, and is required to maintain humans' health.
Examples:
Good source of zinc. Zinc deficiency. Zinc supplements are often recommended for people who are deficient in this mineral.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Cunning.
Clever or skillful in achieving a goal, especially deceptively or secretly, shrewd or wily.
Examples:
Have cunning eyes. Cunning plan. The fox used its cunning to outsmart the hunter and escape.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Skylight.
A window or opening in a roof or ceiling that allows natural light to enter a room or space from above.
Examples:
Skylight window. Dome skylight. The skylight in the room added natural light and a beautiful view of the stars at night.
Iceberg.
A large piece of ice floating in the sea, detached from a glacier.
Examples:
Hit an iceberg. Iceberg melting. The ship encountered a series of icebergs and had to change its course.
Concert.
A musical performance given in public by one or more players or singers.
Examples:
Have a concert again. A benefit concert. This artist always packs the concert halls.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Chamber.
A large room used for a formal, public, or particular purpose, one of the parts of a parliament.
Examples:
A gas chamber. The lower chamber. The surgeon made an incision in the chambers of the patient's heart.
Optimist.
A person who tends to expect the best in all things and to be hopeful and confident about the future.
Examples:
Optimist by nature. Excessive optimist. She is a confident optimist who always looks on the bright side.
Composition.
The different parts of something's elements or ingredients, the way in which the different components are organized, a piece of music written by someone.
Examples:
Age composition of the population. The piano passages in the composition. Their innovative concepts were consistent across their bodies of composition.
Strengthen.
To become stronger or more effective, to make someone or something stronger or more effective.
Examples:
Strengthen the immune system. Strengthen a border patrol. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Elevation.
The height of something above sea level or above the ground, the event of something being raised upward.
Examples:
At an elevation of 1,000 feet. Elevation in rank. The elevation of the mountain made it difficult to breathe.
Acoustics.
A branch of physics that deals with the study of mechanical waves in gases, liquids, and solids, including topics such as vibration, sound, ultrasound, and infrasound.
Examples:
Specialize in acoustics. The engineer of acoustics. The physicist specializes in acoustics.
Criteria.
Plural of criterion, standards, or conditions by which something may be judged or decided.
Examples:
Criteria for action. Consistency criteria. He didn't meet all the criteria, but he was hired anyway.
Compartment.
A separate section or part of a larger enclosed space, such as a train carriage or a ship's cabin.
Examples:
Compartment door. A watertight compartment. The train's compartment was small but comfortable.
Scheme.
An organized and often large-scale plan or arrangement for doing something.
Examples:
A pilot scheme. Draw out a scheme. They carefully executed the well-planned scheme they had prepared over the years.
Studied.
Deliberately considered or scrutinized, carefully thought out or planned.
Examples:
Studied analysis. Well-studied decision. His speech was carefully crafted and delivered with studied confidence.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Settle.
To reach an agreement of disagreement.
Examples:
Settle a dispute. Settle down in the town. I don't want to settle for second best.
Sloping.
Having a gradually or sharply angled surface or gradient, inclined or tilted in a particular direction or manner.
Examples:
Sloping driveway, sloping roof. The sloping hill made for a difficult hike, but provided a stunning view.
Crucial.
Extremely vital or necessary.
Examples:
Crucial information. A crucial issue for women. The revitalization of technology companies is crucial to the country's growth.
Carriage.
A wheeled vehicle used for transportation, typically pulled by horses or an engine, a part of a train that carries passengers, the act or process of transporting or conveying someone or something.
Examples:
Horse-drawn carriage. Carriage driver. The royal carriage arrived at the palace with the king and queen.
Column.
One of the vertical blocks that split content on a page or screen from top to bottom, an upright pillar that often supports an arch, entablature, or other structure or stands alone as a monument.
Examples:
The spinal column. A column of water. The newspaper devoted several columns to the affair.
Structural.
Associated with the way on construction or organization of anything.
Examples:
Structural analyses. Structural reorganization. The earthquake resulted in significant structural destruction.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Proscenium.
The part of a theater stage that is framed by an arch and is in front of the curtain.
Examples:
Proscenium arch. Proscenium stage. The proscenium opening was the part of the stage in front of the curtain.
Intimacy.
Close familiarity or friendship, a close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person.
Examples:
On terms of intimacy. Build intimacy. They were looking for intimacy in their relationship and wanted to be close to each other.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Bounce.
To cause to move up or away after hitting a surface, to spring back.
Examples:
Bounce across the floor. Bounce back from failure. They will bounce between various emotional states.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Crank.
A mechanical device that converts rotary motion into linear motion or vice versa, an eccentric or unpredictable person.
Examples:
Crank handle. Crank collar. The fishing reel had a crank that made it easy to reel in the catch.
Teapot.
A small, usually handleless pot with a spout used for boiling or brewing tea. It often has a lid to prevent heat loss during steeping and is typically made of ceramic or metal.
Examples:
Antique teapot. Porcelain teapot. The ceramic teapot shattered on the kitchen floor when I accidentally dropped it.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Interstate.
Between or involving different states, equals the territory occupied by one of the constituent administrative districts of a nation.
Examples:
Interstate disputes. Interstate travel. The interstate highway connects the major cities of the state.
Exposed.
Having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples:
Exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples:
Documentary proof. A geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Pervert.
To change the inherent purpose or function of something. To influence somebody to behave in morally unacceptable ways. To corrupt or lead astray. Noun, a person who engages in sexual behavior or has sexual interests that are considered abnormal or deviant by society.
Examples:
Pervert justice. Pervert young men. The teacher warned the students not to pervert the story's meaning by twisting the facts.
Contraption.
A machine or device that is made up of a combination of interconnected parts and often appears complicated or unusual.
Examples:
Farming contraption. Complicated contraption. The inventor created a contraption that could turn salt water into drinking water.
Harbor.
An area of water next to the coast where ships and boats are protected from rough water by piers, jetties, and other artificial structures. Verb, keep in one's possession.
Examples:
A sheltered harbor. Harbor a resentment. The tsunami swamped every boat in the harbor.
Depart.
To go away or leave, especially to start a journey.
Examples:
Arrive and depart on time. Depart from the faith. We departed before the temperature fell below zero.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Loose.
Not securely fixed or fastened in place or able to be detached or separated from something.
Examples:
A loose tongue. Remove loose hair. The inspector discovered loose bolts under the fuel rods.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
Terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Studio.
A room or building where creative or artistic work is produced, a television or radio production company.
Examples:
A photo studio. Music studio. She works at a recording studio in Los Angeles.
Fast food.
A type of restaurant or food establishment that specializes in quickly prepared and served meals, often in a drive-through or takeout format.
Examples:
Fast food industry. Fast food chain. The fast food restaurant on the corner is always busy during lunchtime.
Cashier.
An employee responsible for handling transactions, such as payments or returns, in a store or other business.
Examples:
Cashier position. Bank cashier. After working as a cashier for a few years, she was promoted to a managerial position within the grocery store.